Right to the air is Rodgers. A pass for Sutton is intercepted.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Panthers at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He's got a man, complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 49 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
They'll give Henry another shot. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll run for it with Henry. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Yeah, this.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. Down the left sideline. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards. They'll look to run with Hall. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And they'll accept that penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, 626. 150. Hey, you block over here. Yeah, this. Hey, 88.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 7-7, our score after 1. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Got an open man. It's Olave. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Olave, 35 yards. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Offense set to begin their next possession.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Jerome Baker came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
18 runners.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to throw here. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Offense set to begin their next possession.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
26.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble from 13 yards out. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Pick
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yard.
Touchdown, Panthers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Lutz with the extra point, and the round is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back to throw again.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
A final shot before half for Rodgers.
He completes it to Olave.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
Takes it at the 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin.
57 yards.
And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point put through by Succa. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Olave holds it in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That caught by Trimble. Touchdown, Panthers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And now here's another interception. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The pass caught by Olave. Touchdown, Carolina! Chris Olave. 33 yards. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Second and 1. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Hey, pass. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Let him go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game.
And now off to the races, down the right side. 30, 10, touchdown.
Tommy Tremble.
His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. They're going to try and throw over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard.
And now here's another interception.
And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
You got 58. Next one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
Rodgers again now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Succop as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This a quick pass to Davis. And he's got room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, Doug. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
Analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos. Ready.
They're going to look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He completes this to Russell Gage. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Now a play fake here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point try now for Succop. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Rodgers looking to throw.
This one taken in by Olave.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way.